Good morning, peeps. Happy Thursday. Doing a Jadeite ashtray lampstand today. And I have all my Jadeite out here to show everybody the different colors of Jadeite. So if you're joining the group late, you can always look at these videos afterwards. Under the media section, you have to be on a computer to watch them. So, if you don't catch them all here live, you can watch them anytime in the media section. So, I'm going to show different colors of Jadeite. We're going to do a base, look at some columns, and different things like that in checkering. So, out of all this Jadeite, probably only about 40% glows, and that's a lot actually, because before this I've only had one or two pieces that glowed really well. So let's go ahead and look at this Jadeite. So you've seen the different colors when I first started, and you have some lighter, like this piece is lighter in color than the piece below it. I put them together like this, so when I turn the lights on, you can see 365 and 395. And let's do it. So 395. It's not as good on the phone as it is at live, but you can see the glowing pieces. They're the lighter color, okay? And then the no glow are the darks, like this piece right here. The light glow is the balls on the ends, and then the glow is the ball in the middle. The base, good glow. Then I turned it to 365, and this piece is a no glow. It's a darker green. That piece of no glow also was a lighter green. It has a purple tint to it because it's a thinner glass, and that brings out more of the ultraviolet light. So when I go 365, that piece looks the same color, but you can still see the difference in the no glow and the glow. So let me separate the no glow and glow. So that's a glower, glower, glower. I know these three are all the same. Let's see, that's a glower. These are mid. Glow it all on the flowers and the base. So let's move that over. Sorry, folks. All right. Okay, I'm almost there. Alright, so here we have all the glowers, and then over here we have the semi and no glow. So you can see the semi glow, and that's right there. The no glow at all, and then that's just different shades of the green color there from the lighter, thinner pieces. And then 365. Again, you get some pieces that are thicker that look like they would glow on 365, but they are not. Alright. And here they are in true color. So, anyway, a lot of different colors of Jadeite. We can go ahead and put all this stuff away we don't need. Put the flashlight away. Alright. Next. Stuff put away. All right. 2, 3, 4. 1, and then 2, and 2. So there's the glass I'm going to use on the build. I'm going to use 2 no glow little babachet glass pieces. And I'm going to use those, all those glowers. And there's the base. I've already brassed the base. It looks awesome. And then there's the second base. It's going to be a double base. So, next thing I'm going to show you guys is, you see these babachets are really dirty. They got paint on the insides. They're a pain in the butt to scrub. But the super easy way to clean your glass is just take your firm wire wheel and clean it with the wire wheel. So watch this. Look how deep down and dirty that is. Alright. There we go. That was pretty fast. I couldn't have done that as fast as I could to run upstairs and clean it and scrub it. And I got it done. So, there's one. And two. Nice and clean. Alright. You do the same thing with your balls, with the rings, your balls. Clean your balls. This is really dirty. It's got a lot of, I don't know, sediment and I call it patina. But we don't want a patinaed ball. We want it clean. That ring comes off really easy. This can also change the color of what you're getting on your light from all this dirt and grime on there. Look how clean that's coming now. Just give it a little wipe with your shirt. Alright, halfway done. Let's get to the other side. Alright, nice and clean. Same thing with your base. I've got 4 marks here from where a double base sat before. So I'm going to get those off there. You don't want to do your wire wheel too much. You couldn't leave scratches and marks. I'm just going to get the stains off and I'll go upstairs and I'll scrub this. I can see in the light if I'm going too hard or too deep. I can see this, anything if it's going to scratch. You guys can, actually you can see the glare. So I use the glare of the light to help me clean these. Alright, now I'll take this upstairs and I will scrub it with some soapy water and an SOS pad. Alright, and that cleans that one up. This looks really dirty and grungy. Real dirty. That's nasty. much nicer. So I will take this one upstairs and scrub it as well as some Dawn, but I got most of the grit and grind off it. Looks good. So that's ready to go. And what I do next is I kind of plan my build. And I'll pull out some columns. Okay, these are all columns. And I'll put those out there. I don't know which ones I'm going to use yet. I've got some slip necks. These are heavier. You have smaller slip necks. You have longer ones. These are for 1/8 IPS for a smaller pole, and these are for 1/4 IPS, the floor lamp poles. Don't ever use a 1/4 inch IPS. And IPS stands for individual pole size. So nothing big. And that's it. So, got some check rings. I got babachets. These are on the bottom of the base. So you can put a babachet right there on your base. These are used on the smoke stands. Okay. I'll probably save that one. And I'll probably use the leaf. I like the leaf a lot. So, these are classics. But this actually came off of a chandelier bridge arm. Chandelier arm neck, I should say. The same thing with this arm I made. So these are arms off a chandelier, and then the leaf was right below the socket. So it's kind of like a babachet like this, which would be pretty cool. But I like using them on the bottoms. Let the lampshades show themselves and be pretty up there. This is my second base for the tier. The stamp numbers are just a part number. You'll never find out who made your lamp unless it's a Rembrandt or Parapoint or any other makers that sign their lamps. If it's cold outside, and today it's almost 66 in here, almost 70, which is great. But if it was 0 outside, it would be like 39 in here, and that's too cold. And so if I put a lot of pressure in my vise on this base, or any point on the base, and then heated it up, it would crack. So make sure your bases or your metal are 70 degrees before you heat them up, or they'll snap. Or at least don't put that much pressure on them while you're heating them up, and heat them up slowly so they don't snap. I do use the yellow cans of heat. I just had these from when I was camping, so I'm going to use them all up. I'm not camping anymore. Camping's for the birds, so I'm going to use all these up. These aren't as hot as the yellow cans, but they work just as well. And they don't stand up as good. The yellow ones stand up better. Anyway, so it doesn't matter which kind of gas you use. I use 2. It cuts my time in half for heating up my parts. And then to clean them, you have different wire wheels. These are both hard wire wheels. One looks like it's brass. It's just brass coated, as you can see. It's half clean on one side because I've been using it. And it's to clean steel with, not brass plate. And then this one, just a regular wheel. They should all be like this. Brass coated wheel is senseless to me because it doesn't mean anything. And as soon as you start using it, the brass comes off anyway. And then these are the soft coated or soft wire wheels, and you can actually put your hands on these. And I'll get a box over here. So these come in a 5-pack. There you go. And those come from Amazon. And in here you get my favorite big cup. And this is what they look like after you use them. And that's still got some life to it. I don't know why it was in the trash can. I can get something out of that still. Not much, but when you get down to this point, this cup starts scratching your brass. So just be careful. You turn your cup sideways, you'll start scratching the brass. Then it comes with 2 of these, one smaller and one bigger. And that's how they look after you use them. And then when they're all the way used, look at this cup. I got that down to nothing. That's a goner. Sometimes on the wheels you'll get unevenness, and I don't use them past that either, because then you start scratching your brass if your wheel is missing some of its hair, like me. Alright, so there's your wheels. Also, you get 2 others. You get one for the inner detail, and then one I use for like the leaves. So if I get a leaf, I'll clean it up and I'll get that in there. And that works great for the leaves when you're brassing the insides. Then you gotta do the outside, and you gotta come back and do the inside again. That's why I hate leaves. They're a pain in the ass. I have a collection of leaves up there. I don't use them much. I just send them to Justin. He likes using them. Alright, so I need to clean this bad boy up. I've got a nice hard wheel here. I'm ready to go. So let's clean this base up. We're going to heat it up. We're going to clean it. And we're going to heat it, clean it again. And then we're going to heat it and brass it. I always start with the thickest parts and then move my way in. You can see if you can see this, let me see how good your picture is. Oh, you can't see a damn thing. Alright, so what you're going to see here is you're going to see some discoloration. When I heat, it's going to go fade back and forth from the gun. That's when you know it's hot enough. And you don't have to get it that hot for the cleaning, but you want to get it that hot for the brassing. Alright, don't get your arms in there. You'll end up with a bunch of burns. If you reach around stuff, don't touch that. That's super hot. Alright, a little more heat and I'll get this third leg. Everybody always asks, do you do the back of the cast pieces? I do not. You don't see them. If there is rust present, I do seal them. This one here, I wouldn't say it has rust. It's just dirty. And it looks like rust, but it all cleans off really well, especially when you burn it. So I am not going to seal this one once I clean it. It's cleaning up very well. Alright, getting ready to brass. This thing cleaned up really well, just one cleaning and going over it a couple times. So I'm gonna get let's have those wheels here. Where'd they go? There they are. I'm not gonna use the big fluffy one. This is a small base. It heats up fast and super easy, so I'm just gonna use a medium round. And I'm sure you guys can see that. Looks really good. Nice and steel. If I could take this and just hit it one more time with heat and the wheel, and then spray it with poly, and it could have the cast look, which is kind of like a nickel. I can see the metal changing color. So it kind of like, looks like a little, gets wet and dry real quick. It's ready to go. Plenty of heat from this side to this side. You see it's going to be like a burnt color at first, and that's because it's so hot. Looks like gold. So I think if it was hot, you see it didn't adhere as well, as fast. Alright, a little over halfway done, about 60%. And it's a lot harder to do on an angle, showing you guys, than if the vise was straight. And this is just a small base. You can imagine how much time and heat it takes for a larger one, a real thick one. Last corner. yes, right now I'm getting pelted with the wire wheels. Alright, and always wear your mask when you're doing these things. This is a real small base, so I didn't wear my mask, but I wore my mask on the big one, because there's a lot of dangerous things in these old cast pieces. So I have some uneven colors. I'm going to go through and hit the darker parts where it was still warm, and I'll get it all polished together. And I don't suggest holding your base in your hand with your pliers, because then the wire wheel can catch it, grab it out of your hand, fling it to the ground, and break a foot. I've done that once. Alright, that's great. So, if your piece isn't taking any brass, you have a few problems. One, it wasn't hot enough. Too hot, it'll still take brass because it'll cool down and start taking it. It'll go on burnt a little bit, and then just keep hitting it, it'll actually take it. The reason it's not accepting your brass is because your piece is still too dirty. Heat it up a couple more times, super hot, put that strong wire wheel on it, scrub the hell out of it, get it down to cast, get it super hot, it will take it. Now, if you're trying to brass a dirty cast base, and then your wheel is infected, and I mean by really dirty or brown color, even darker than this, it's not going to brass until you get the infection off your wheel. It's going to put that, it's going to accept what's on the wheel to the base, not the brass, and that's the dirty stuff. So, a lot of different things and why your item might not have taken brass, but there you have it. From here, I'll start my build. I'm going to go upstairs and clean these pieces. And then I'll put my two bases together. I'll put my balustrade on top of the second base. And then I'll start with a column. And then I'll start building my glass and check rings. So that's how I do my builds. And there you go. It takes a really fancy column to make a fancy build. You got to have some cool pieces. If you don't have any cool pieces, you end up with just a lamp. You got a pole with a butter stick and a ball on it, and you put them on eBay, you get about $400, I guess. So anyway, that's all I got today, folks. Hope that this all was great for you guys. Happy lamping. Talk to y'all soon. Thank you.